Guys, welcome back to another episode of Modern Skyblock 3 with Haliee. I couldn't even get the words out. Oh my gosh. And I am back. We are back in Modern Skyblock 3. I am Haliee, and I don't know what's going on with the words trying to come out of my mouth, but we're going to go ahead and get through with this episode. Alright, so this is Modern Skyblock 3. I am Haliee, and we are picking back up where we left off last time, but I've done a little bit of something different in between episodes. I did crush a bunch more rocks. I think I've got my last stack here done. So yes, I got plenty of zirconium. At least I hope so. We'll hope we have enough we need. Beryllium and whatever that other word was. But in between episodes, I worked on something that that Linda had commented on. So I've got the reactor up and running. I got lots of diamond blocks and everywhere, so it should be cooled, hopefully. But yeah, so I'm generating a ton of power. If I take a look here, you can see that I am generating 142,000 RF per tick. Everything's hot, everything's going. I've got my little chicken here. He's pooping up all the yellorium he can go. And I've got the barrel here taking out any of the cyanide that's coming through, because we don't need that cyanide in here. We'll talk about the reprocessing of cyanide to make it back into usable fuel here at another time. But right now I wanted to talk about this. So in the mechanism, and I we stopped a mechanism at a certain point. I want to go back and look at, where's mechanism? Advanced mechanism? I saw it. Where is it? There it is. Advanced mechanisms. So there is apparently a storage option of power called the induction matrix. And the induction matrix is something that's pretty cool. It can be made in various different sizes. So the quest, of course, has to make one basic induction matrix cell, which holds 1 gigajoule of power. I believe it's about 400 million RF. We'll translate that here in a second. 1 induction provider, 34 induction casings, and 2x2 induction ports. Now, I made more induction casings because I've been experimenting and I thought I kept doing something wrong. So what I've got here, instead of a basic 3x3x3, I've got a 5x5x3. So I made more induction casings. Let me talk about the recipes of those items here. As you see here, I've got induction already showing. So the induction casings, they require 4 steel ingots, not a problem. And energy tablets. The energy tablets require enriched alloys, redstone, and gold. So I had to make a bunch of these. A bunch of these. So I went ahead and just put stacks on stacks of redstone and iron into the metal diffuser. So I had a whole bunch of enriched alloys. So that's to make the induction casing. So again, if we do a count here, I've got 5, 10, 25, 50, because it's 5x5. 25, is it 5x5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I know I did bad math over here. Okay, I've got 50, about 70, maybe 70 of these induction casings is what I made, which is about twice as much as what it asked me to do before. If we take a look at the induction ports, we needed 2 of those. The induction ports take some more of those induction casings, and it also requires either a data control circuit or an elite control circuit. The elite control circuit we've made before is through mechanisms, so I'm not going to go through that entire pattern, but that will give you 2 of the induction ports, which is actually very helpful because you have 1 for input and 1 for output. And then you needed a basic induction cell, or pretty much there's several induction cells. The induction cells, they hold different amounts of power. So 1 induction cell requires lithium dust, which I just crushed some lithium ingots that I had made earlier. It requires 4 of those energy tablets. So remember, I told you I need a lot of those energy tablets. 1 for the basic induction cell, as well as 1 for the energy tablets, and then the energy cube. So we've made that before. So that's very simple, basic. If you wanted to go up to the next one, the advanced induction cell, which has a capacity of 8 gigajoules, you can see it requires 4 of those basic induction cells. Now the concept is, if you're going to have to make 4 of these to go inside, you might as well go ahead and upgrade it to the advanced one. The only thing you need to do is make sure you have an advanced energy cube, which requires that first one. So you'll have to make the basic energy cube over again, which isn't that difficult. But you basically, instead of getting 4 gigajoules, you'll get 8 gigajoules. And then to make the next one up, you need 4 of the advanced ones, and then the one above that, you need 4 of the elite ones. So it's kind of cumulative as you go up. The top one holds 1 of these. Remember, just 1 of these holds 512 gigajoules. We talked about the conversion of gigajoules to RF, to FE and all that stuff, and we'll look at that in just a second, but it's just a source of power. They're all convertible. And then the last thing we need is the basic output provider. So or some kind of output provider that's going to push out a certain RF. So a basic induction provider has an output rate of 64 kilojoules, so 64,000 it pushes out. To make that, you just need another energy cube, some lithium dust, and this control circuits. The same thing as it was with the induction cells goes with the induction providers. To make the next one up that actually has a faster output rate, you're going to need 4 of the induction providers. Next one up, you need 4 of the next tier and the next tier. So on and on and on. All right, so I went ahead and made that. And let's take a little peek inside here on how I have it set up. Now, this is not the ultimate setup. This is just to get it up and running. I'm just going to break this here and take a peek inside. You can see I just pretty much set right here in the center the induction provider. So the induction provider is going to hold 64, is it 64? 64 kilojoules. So I'm holding 64 kilojoules in it. And then I've got a induction provider on each side of here. No, sorry, induction cells. Wait a minute. Induction provider. Wait a minute. Wait. I guess it doesn't matter where you have it set up, because I wanted the induction cell is the one that holds the power. The induction provider is what actually has an output and an input rate. So yeah, it really doesn't matter which way you have it set up, because your ports are going to determine what's going to happen with them. I'm actually just going to change this around just because of my OCD, really bad OCD here. I want to have the induction provider there, and I made another induction cell just to show you what's going to happen here. So that's just what I have set up in there. You can put as many of these induction cells in this that you want. Right now I've got one, and when I close it up, you see those redstone particles. That means it's set up correctly. All right, now this is where it's also kind of important. So from my reactor, I have this feeding from the reactor. Using the universal cables, I have it feeding into the induction ports. Now, I struggled with this for a while because I had no issues getting stuff going into the induction ports, but I wasn't getting any power out. And that's because when you put the induction ports in, it defaults to this green. If I shift or either just shift, right click with the configurator, that's this thing here, it changes it to output mode. So you can swap between output mode and input mode to determine what's going to go through. So I want this to be input. So I'm going to put this here, and I want this to be output. So it's going here. So we can see how much power is actually going through the tubes. Now, if I click on here, down here at the bottom of the storage, see it says it's storing 1 gigajoules. It's full of power because that's all the power I got from the reactor. I can cycle through to see the other different types of power. Again, what I'm most familiar with is the RF. So I can see this holds 400 million RF. So 400 million RF is about the same as 1 gigajoule. So that's good to know. All right. Now, the interesting part about this, and this is where I kind of need Linda and anybody else, picking on Linda because she suggested this, is that I could only transfer so much power in and out with the tools that I have. Now, right now I know it can transfer, what did it say? Should tell me the maximum output was 64,000 joules, which is a pretty substantial amount of when you convert that to RF. But even with the ultimate universal cables, I can only transfer so much power in and out because of the limit that I have on that. So the ultimate universal cables, where did it go? Is that the same? Yeah, 320. That's not the same one I just had, is it? I guess so. 300 kilojoules per tick. So that is actually quite a bit. But once I get up into like the 500 kilojoules, I don't know how I'm going to be transferring that amount of power. So yeah, that's interesting. Let's think about that. All right. Well, right now I want to go ahead and show this guy. I've got 1 gigajoule in here. I'm going to go ahead and add in a second of these induction cells in here. I'm pretty much going to set it anywhere I want to and close it up. And you can see now, this holds 2 gigajoules. which transfers to 800 million RF in there. So yeah, so I'm going to continue on it and kind of expanding this out because I've got a ton of power being made. Matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off because I've got 800 million RF stored over here. This holds 10 million is what we said. 10 million, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah, 10 million. So I've got plenty of RF and I can continue adding on to this. I might go ahead and get the next one up that holds 8 gigajoules in there, but I'll just work through that. Now talking about transferring of power. So I can see on my jetpack, I'm getting about 120,000 RF per tick. I'm just guessing. You can see how fast it's actually filling up, which I can see the output is telling me is 10 kilojoules per tick, 4,000 RF per tick. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but I'm just sure that I'm not transferring much power. Maybe I am. My conversions may be just off. 2 gigajoules, 10 kilojoules per tick, 4,000 RF per tick is the output, what it's showing here. So yeah, so I've got receiving in 4,000 RF per tick, out receiving out 4,000 RF per tick. Look, it's more than 4,000. Depends on how fast the tick is also. Well, okay. Anyway, but I wanted to show you guys that if you ever wanted to do the power storage and mechanism, I'm actually going to continue on a mechanism because I think there is a reactor and mechanism that I want to look at. But we're going to go back to nuclear craft because we're moving on to try to learn more about nuclear fission stuff. All right, so we left off last time. If I go back down here to the chapter for large multi-blocks, I can see we had opened up everything we needed to do to get the collecting elements from air. So the collecting elements from air is going to require us to make a helium collector and a nitrogen collector because I'm assuming they're going to be important. So let's look up the recipes for these collectors. We looked those up last time, but let's see if we can go ahead and make it. The helium collector requires zirconium ingots, and so I got some zirconium I think I just need to cook up. Let's see, zirconium. With a Z, not an I. So let's get 4 of those. You know what? Let's just go ahead and smelt all of it up. I'm going to use our nuclear furnace here, which makes things go really, really fast. I'm just going to grab 4 of these. Excuse me, right now. Ooh, little hiccup there for a second. And go ahead and craft up the helium collector if I have all the parts. What am I missing? I'm missing a depleted thorium block. What? Did I even look at that? Okay. That's going to be interesting. Okay, helium collector requires a depleted thorium block. Does the nitrogen collector also require that? No. Let's make the nitrogen collector because apparently that's easier. I need beryllium for that. So let's go ahead and make us a stack of beryllium ingots. And then we'll look up I thought I was prepared last time, but apparently I did not look about that. So depleted thorium blocks. Okay, so it requires a decay generator from nuclear craft, and I just make a thorium block, which is just thorium. And I have a chicken for thorium. No, I had to make thorium through the condenser. Okay, all right, hang on. I might have some thorium over here. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can make this thing, because right now we need this because this pretty much opens the next couple chapters that we need, the fission reactor and this cool, so we can get down here to burning nuclear fuels. Okay, so let's make the nitrogen collector because that's easy. I have all the materials for that. Let's set it down and see if it does it require power? Does it have an input? What goes on here? Okay, I can see it's already got some liquid. Where are you getting your liquid nitrogen from? Just from thin air, I guess. Produces 10 millibuckets of nitrogen constantly. Okay, so there's not a GUI that goes with this, so I'll probably need to get some kind of tank. Let's see if I already have one over here so I can just collect all of that. Is there a tank strong enough for this? So I got a basic fluid tank, and it is fluid. Question is, wow, I mean, that filled up very, ooh, that's hot. That's filling up. Okay. Basic fluids have. Okay, so it's got nitrogen in it, but apparently it's too hot to set on there, and it holds about 1,000 each time. Huh. Okay. Well, I'll just set that right there for right now. Hopefully it'll cool off. Oh, wait. is it going? I mean, it produced nitrogen fairly quickly. Okay, and just setting it next to it, I guess, is actually just pushing directly into the fluid tank. So yeah, good there. All right, so we got some nitrogen. Keep an eye on that. Let me know if it's going to blow up, guys. And now we need to go ahead and make the helium collector. The helium collector makes your voice really high. Okay, anyway. All right, so we need a depleted thorium block, which is going to require thorium oxide, or is there an easy way to make this? Look at all the nuclear. I've got all these other stuff. Fluid infuser. Thorium. How do I make thorium? Hang on. Because I made all these machines earlier. I have not used them. I got a fluid infuser here. So, wait, where'd it go? Where'd it go? Helium collector. Thorium. Did I make a decay generator? Got a rock crusher, fluid infuser, supercooler, an alloy furnace, okay, well, manufacturer. Okay, that's all right. And just double check and make sure I'm not missing anything here. Let's go back and take a look at the depleted thorium block. Okay, so we need to make thorium. Thorium-230, oxide, or just thorium-230. All these same ones, yeah. All right, to make thorium, I need a decay hastener or an ingot farmer, which requires molten thorium. So that's not going to be the best option here. I mean, is there something? Because I mean, I can make thorium the other way. Yeah, I need a thorium block. Let's just do it the easy way. Let's make thorium, which is going to be. Let me double check the system to make sure there's not any sitting in here. Thorium. Okay, there's no thorium in the system. All right, so we're going to do this. We're going to do it this way. We're going to do it this way. We're going to go to the condenser. We're going to make thorium alchemical dust, which is enriched bone meal and radioactive powder mix. What the crap is that? Okay, poisonous potato, spider eye, and gunpowder. 1, 2, and 4. Okay, so let's see what I got. Potato. I don't have a poisonous one. Really? I don't have a poisonous potato? Wait. Surely I got a poisonous potato in here somewhere. Poisonous potato. Okay. Whew, I got 2 poisonous potatoes. Wow. So we're going to make 2 of these things. So I need spider's eye. Spider, spell that correctly. Gonna need, I got a couple of spider's eye. 1, 2, 3, 4. Not 5. Wow, what's wrong with my clicking today? And gunpowder. I know I got gunpowder. Got that for days. Let's go ahead and get 8 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so that's going to get us a little bit of the thorium juice. Going to put this in our quick dropper. Bam, bam, bam. 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 There we go. Bam. Okay, so we got radioactive powder mixture. What was the other thing we needed? Yeah, I know I should be bookmarking this stuff. Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me. Look, I'm going to bookmark it. Hover over this in A. There you go. I got a bookmark now, so I know where to go. Now I need to make the enriched bone meal, which is just bone meal and some rotten flesh. Okay, so I can, push the buttons right. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this enriched bone meal. Get that. That, and that. Okay, gives me plenty of that. All right, so now we're going to put this in the alchemical fusion. It's going to give us a thorium alchemical dust. So it's 1 for 1. Okay, so I've got 4, so I have plenty of it. But really only one of these should give me a stack. So let's clear out what's in here. Got that. So we're going to do 1 enriched bone meal and 1 of the radioactive powder mixture. And that gives me thorium alchemical dust already. Look, it's just pounding in there. Now we're going to put 1 of these. Oh, I'm out of juice. Am I out of glass? Am I out of glass? Really? I should put a chicken up there so I have plenty of glass. Okay, so let's go get some glass real quick. I'm just going to grab it from here because why not? I got a glass chicken. It's probably just good to stick a piece of glass up here. I think that's what I need to make the shards. If I put the glass in here, it turns into the shards, which I've got a filter on here. This is only pull out the crystal shards, which is giving me the juice, which is going down here. Is it? Wait, what? Crystal shards. Melt. Heating up. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and put one of these in here. And I know we're at the end. But that should give me some... thorium. There we go. Is it still making... Is it still making the thorium? Okay. About now. Really? Alright. Well, we may have to finish this up in between episodes. Can I dump it out? Yeah, let's dump. Let's dump out what's in there. See if I'll let it do it this time. There we go. Okay. Yeah, okay. I just dumped out what was in there. I know I was making a bunch of boron, but I didn't have enough glass up there to keep going. But now I have thorium ingots. Okay, come on. I need 9 of these. Come on. You can do it faster. Give me your juice. Okay, I'm going to go put some more glass in here. I'm just going to grab it from here this time. Taking the cheap way around. Because that should give me a stack. And then I can go ahead and make the helium collector. How are we doing on our what juice was this again? The nitrogen? Yep, nitrogen. That's full and that's full. Okay. Hopefully we can make the helium here. And then we'll be able to see what the next quest is. Let me get glass. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know why I didn't even think about just sticking a chicken up here so he can just keep this full of glass at all times. Yeah, we're full. Wait, is it only pulling out one at a time? It's going very slow. Should probably put some speed upgrades in here. Matter of fact, I'm going to grab you out of here. Just toss you in here. Keep this going. And we have 9. Okay. I didn't get 7, 8, 9. All right, let's make a block of this and get this helium collector made. There we go. Oh, yeah. Then I have to deplete it in the decay generator, which I don't think I've made. All right, I made it now. Oh, I made 2 of them. Dang it. I didn't mean to make 2. All right, well, we'll get 2 of those. Let's see how long it takes. Does it need power? Okay, well, does it need power? Yes, it does need some form of power. Let's grab our energy conduits. Got 14 of those. I mean, do I just set this on top of it? Okay, so it's... Wait, why is there no power going into it? Am I out of power? No, I'm never out of power. The decay generator. Stop just clicking on stuff. Alright, well, you know what? I'm just going to see if we can click this on top of it. Thorium block. There's no power going into it. Probably because I need to say insert. Okay, it's got power going into it now. And we'll come back in the next episode and see what happens. If this actually depletes this thorium block so I can make the helium generator. Sorry about that, guys. I'm a little disappointed in myself because I thought this would be easy, but I wasn't looking at the helium collector correctly. But right now, guys, I do want to thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed the episode and are enjoying this series. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, techniques, produces power from the heat. Oh, wait. Hang on. I don't want to decay blocks around it. I shouldn't be decaying. Hang on. Let's see. There we go. Okay, so it makes power from the blocks that it sucks it up. Okay. Anyway, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, tips, tricks, techniques, or just want to say hi, leave a comment down in the comment section and I will get back with you as soon as I can. Start blocks after some time, the block will decay and produce less power. Okay, yeah, so we gotta wait for that. If you're new to my channel, make sure you click the subscribe button, click the like button, and click the notification bell to be notified when new episodes come out. And if you want to hang out with me and any of the other squad members, you can do so by becoming one of our Patreons. Click on the Patreon link in the description field to learn about all the awesome rewards that we offer, such as hanging out with us on our Discord or chit-chatting with us, and well, chit-chatting with us in the Discord, and hanging out with us on our servers. If you want a server to play on with your friends, be sure to head on over to Host Havoc. Host Havoc is who we use for all of our multiplayer series, as well as those Patreon servers. I wonder if I can do 2 of these. Let me see. Yeah. Decay twice. Twice as fast. All right, well, I think that's all I have to do right now, guys. I'm going to sit and watch this decay and hopefully get that helium output going. I'm going to continue to work on some mechanism stuff because I think I'm really starting to like that mod that I'm learning about the advanced operations of it more than just making juices. So yeah, pretty cool. Until next time, guys, I'll talk to you later. Have a good one, guys. Bye.